Hello YouTube, this is 88119966 and today I'm doing a video on one of my favorite emulators, Project 64 1.6. Okay, so this is for, in case you didn't guess, Nintendo 64. This is probably the most complicated and glitchiest emulator I have, but it works some of the time, but most of the time there's almost always, actually, some form of graphical problem, or something doesn't load, it crashes somewhere, and 64 is sort of the end of what can be emulated. So, yeah. This is not Project 64K. The difference is that K has net play, which makes it even less stable. Now I'm gonna open a game. This is one of the most stable games on the system. You know, a lot of ROMs out there for it, so you can find a good one pretty easily. Of course, GoldenEye. Okay. So, this emulator supports save states. Pretty much all emulators support save states. This is kind of interesting though. It's got a frames per second limit button. If you turn that off, it runs as fast as it can, obviously, which can be very interesting to try and play. I'll show you. So here goes GoldenEye at about 150 frames per second. And you can see it makes the game faster. And this is really hard to do with a keyboard. Yeah, I did a video on this game a while back about some cool glitches in this game. Okay, turn that back on, because you should always play with that on, unless it's causing some serious problem, in which case you should turn it off. Now it's got this, which is cheats. Most games have cheats already loaded, so you know you can have all character models available in multiplayer, which is really cool. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. That one doesn't work, I think. You know, you can have enable all levels and built-in cheat menus and stuff, and it's just really cool. And the system comes with cheats. I think they're stored in the ROM. It's really cool though. It's kind of like ZNES. It has cheats. Okay, so unless there's a really good reason to, don't mess with the graphics settings besides like resolution. But generally it works straight out of the box. You don't need to edit anything. If you do, you'll most likely crash it somehow. There are plugins. There are a couple of incompatibilities lists on the website. I don't know them off the top of my head. So, yeah. This is the least simple emulator, and it's still reasonably simple to just sort of use. Supports 4 players. I've only been able to work with up to 2 because I don't have more than one USB controller, but should support 4-player. No problem, no slowdown, or minimal slowdown at least. Manual, tell you everything that I told you, and probably many more things that I do not know. It's really pretty simple. Full screen option. This is, you know, it's a pretty simple emulator. Complicated to, to make any serious modification to or fix when it inevitably does not work, which you will get that. It doesn't work with all ROMs. You get, stuff that's just a mess sometimes, like Paper Mario. Just give me a second here to show this. Darn. Things don't load. Also, there can be controller problems because it's an analog stick being run from a digital pad. So sometimes all sorts of weird controller things can happen. And it can be kind of weird to use sometimes. But I'd still say this is the best N64 emulator out there. I would just say N64 is maybe not the best system to emulate. Darn, I can't show it off, but sometimes the background image comes in front of all the other images, and then you get this weird flickering thing in this game and other games, and sometimes it's just a big mess. But, N64 3D is not easy to rip, it's not easy to do anything with. It's, most complicated system you can really emulate. Minus DS, which is about equally complex, actually. There are also not that many games because it didn't have very good third-party support. I have a bunch here. Sometimes you also get this, which is a controller malfunction. I wanted to show this, where it's automatically going up or down on a menu, and then when you move the thing, it does something. And you can have any kind of problem you can imagine. This emulator will sometimes give you that. Generally, I've had ROMs that just don't work. It's temperamental, for sure. But two-dimensional graphics is one thing, but full 3D thing is a completely different thing to rip and to make, to program. It's amazing that it works at all. Really. By the way, this game is Destruction Derby 64, which is really cool. I'll do a video on it soon. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say. Okay, see you guys soon. I'll be doing a video on either Fusion 3.6 or No Cache GBA, I think 2.4, because 2.6 doesn't work properly. I'll decide later, and you'll see that next video when it comes out. Okay. See you all next time. Comment, rate, and subscribe if you like this video. Okay. Goodbye.